Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. I'm not going to spend much time here commenting on the current situation. There has already been a lot of talk about other beings of light that have come here. As I have already said, the moment is for pure interiorization, the moment for reflection, the moment for taking care of your own home. But this house is not the house where you live, this home is where your soul is now. The time has come for you to effectively take care of your souls, to simply turn inward, fully inward. The time is now one of a lot of change. At this moment, I can say that it is the highest degree of cleansing that you could be going through, because the intensity of the light that arrives and every movement that Gaia is making is bringing this to each one of you. There's no way to escape, there's no way to hide. Only, since you have free will, you can simply close your eyes, deny all this, think it's all a joke, and just continue living, without caring about anything. With each step your planet takes towards full ascension, you are drawn into the fifth dimension. So I would say that it depends a lot on each one's vibration, how you are actually walking. Those who are on the path of cleansing, on the path of total acceptance of who they really are, without judgment, without hurt, have been following that path indicated by all of us for a long time now, they are more attracted to this light. So these people have a faster step, a wider step. So I would say there is a central point and everyone is heading towards it. Those who are preparing harder, with more love, with more determination, are being attracted to this point and are moving quickly. Those who refuse to face everything that happens, refuse to understand, refuse to accept, are also being attracted, but, let's say at a very small speed, extremely small. What I want you to see from this is that each of you is where you need to be, each of you is where your journey has already brought you. And then you can realize that those around you are not by your side, they are back there coming in their time, in the way they understand. And I say more, stopping, parking at a point and waiting for those who come behind, is impossible, because the light does not allow this to stop, it simply attracts you faster and faster, due to the evolution of each one. Of course there is a solution to this. Turn your back on the light and get back on the path. And I tell you that if you do that, you will come back quickly. I just have to always remember, there will be a moment when this light will no longer attract, there will be a moment when there will be a great circle around this light. Whoever is within this circle will ascend with the planet, now whoever is not, there will be no way, there will be no crying, there will be no begging, there will be nothing to do that will allow those outside that great circle to ascend. Because there will not be an entity, a being at the door, allowing entry or not. You will be separated by the energy that each one vibrates. So there is no way to deceive, there is no way to lie, there is no way to bribe, there is no way to threaten. Simply, whoever vibrates within that circle will, and whoever doesn't vibrate, won't go. It's very simple. So I always say here, making a decision not to vibrate light, to stay with your own, is useless, because those who are removed from the planet will each be removed to a different point, and they will not be removed with conscience, that is, when they get to where they are going, they will remember nothing, because they will start a new journey. There will not be those, who you supposedly, gave your life to be with you. I've never been wrong about that. I've always said the same thing. Each soul has a path, each soul has already made a choice. Now what I've always said here, whoever chooses to ascend, whoever enters that circle, will not make choices. I repeat this here constantly. Many wonder, what do I mean by that? Then I will explain, the moment of truth has arrived. In the final moment you may look back and not see who you love. And at this moment, the feeling of love that you feel, could take you out of the circle and unconsciously, you decide not to go. Because those you love too much will not be with you. So I repeat, you will not have to make this choice. How will it be done? Then I won't go into details. Only you will not have any feeling of looking back and having doubts. There will be no doubt, there will only be certainty. So whoever is on the walk, continue, you will not make a choice in the final moment. I guarantee you this, because if you are preparing for the big moment, with your heart in celebration, with your heart exploding with joy, will it be easy to separate yourself from your loved ones and maintain all this joy? We are not insensitive beings, we know that this will not happen. Because you, even if you make the decision, I will go and leave everyone. Will your heart be celebrating? Will your heart explode with joy? And the sadness, and the feeling of loss, and that feeling of selfishness of having thought only of yourself? Will you keep your vibration high, or will you fall off a very high cliff and have no way back? So that's what I always say here, whoever is on the journey and chooses to ascend will not make choices. You won't have to suffer for anyone in the final moment. Understand this. How will this be done? I repeat again, it's not your problem. Just understand, that no one will choose to leave anyone behind, the choice will have already been made. So more than ever, at this moment, I ask each one of you, take care of your own paths, emanate light to others. Yes, you can and should emanate light to everyone, but without worrying about each one's journey. Take care of yours. This is the time for self-care, for self-treatment, so that you can take the lead and get closer and closer to that central point that is ascension. As I always say here, don't get attached to dates, but important changes are about to happen. And I can tell you that you have been asking for this a lot, but when it actually happens, many will regret it. Because it won't be easy, it won't be as simple as you think. And that's exactly why we have to have everything very well planned, with all the infinite possibilities very well analyzed and tested. So the moment continues to be one of internalization. There is no stopping your walk unless you choose to leave the light. Whoever is walking, each at the speed it vibrates. Trust that, believe that. The moment will come when you will begin to realize that you are arriving in an area closer to the fifth dimension. Remember that pyramid, the more you speed up your walk, the more floors you will climb. And many are arriving or are close to a much more complicated area. Complicated why? Because all the veils will fall, and there will be nothing hidden there, there will be nothing left that you cannot see, and facing all of this will not be easy for you. These will be moments of great pain, but that is exactly what I want to ask of you, arm yourself with light, free yourself from a lot of things here, before you get there. It is not yet the fifth dimension, but it is so close that you will already be practically naked in terms of your soul. Everything will be in plain sight, there will be nothing left and no way to hide it. So just start preparing now. There is still a lot to know, about each soul journey. So, just be ready for this great moment, because then, it will be the final test, where you will not be able to judge yourself, you will not be able to suffer, you will not be able to point the finger at others, nor at yourself. You will be able to see a great enemy inside your house. The one who once killed you, or the one who once raped you, or the one who once did you a lot of harm and now lives by your side, no matter the degree of sharing. So, will you be able to look at him with the same love you have today? Or you will simply look at him and say, I forgive you for everything you did to me. He may not understand anything, but I guarantee you that he will understand, because he will also remember everything he did to you. So, will it be a magical moment of forgiveness and asking for forgiveness, sublime? Or will it be a moment of a lot of hate, a lot of anger? This will be the big test, I could even say it will be the final test. That test where you will pass with flying colors or not, to the fifth dimension, because whoever passes the test has learned unconditional love, learned to understand that that wasn't today, that was a long time ago. And that today, you are there in front of your enemy to forgive him, but forgive him from the bottom of your heart, and he humbly asked for forgiveness, also from the bottom of his heart. This will be the final moment. And then many are already thinking, what if I don't pass this test? You go back, that road where you were already walking, you will go back many miles, so that you learn to deal with it all. No, you will not be put out of the circle, but you will have to walk it all over again, so that you learn to forgive, so that you learn to ask for forgiveness, so that you learn to love unconditionally. So, my brothers, there is a lot ahead of us, and it will not be easy times. So why so much anxiety? Why want everything to happen soon? I guarantee you, you will regret this request, because many are not ready. They think they are, but they are not, are far from ready. And when they start to see all this ahead, they will regret having asked to live this moment. So when we say that it is a moment of self-reflection, a moment of internalization, a moment of self-treatment, it is that moment of exercising unconditional love, it's that moment of looking inside and learning to forgive, learning to ask for forgiveness. Whatever the situation, only in this way will you be able to pass the final test. And whoever passes will be very close to ascension. We have already said here, there will be waves of ascension, not all at once. Because everyone is at a certain speed on that road, so whoever reaches the key point to ascend will ascend, and whoever comes after will ascend later, each one in their own time. So don't imagine what the separation of the wheat and the chaff will be like. This separation is purely energetic, it is by frequency. So don't imagine fancy ways to cheat the system because there won't be any. It's either to resonate or not to resonate. The frequency will be L, whoever resonates with it will pass, whoever does not resonate, will not pass. That's simple. So today, I am inviting all of you to a guided meditation by me so that you can learn how to effectively begin this cleanse. Don't forget to participate. It will be important for each of you. I am Archangel Michael. And my intention here is to help, to give you that little push, so that you can watch any type of film about your lives, impartially. Simply watching, as if it were a fiction film, in which the character who is there is not you, because that won't tell you anything.